Oh. Well, I was going to go to an exploration video that I had done, but let's just go to any exploration video. Oh, finally. Here we go. Here's one. That's an old one. All right. In this particular video, it's actually the video that I wanted here. In this video, we talk about exploration in a very interesting way. We talk about jump points. This is way before the game was even really put down the way that it is now. This is like conceptualization. We're talking about exploration, how important exploration was to the game. Sorry, DY, that Twitch just went full retard on you. Remember, we are at a new frequency. We are at 720 60 frames per second. Bitrate slightly increased for the better quality. So while you guys are streaming, if there are no options to the side on the transcoder to get a lower bitrate, that is because some affiliates don't get that option, and some of the bigger Twitch streamers do. That's how the game has worked, but not a lot of people talk about that. So all of the partners get the transcoder on the right-hand side. They switch your different resolutions so that you can watch me no matter your bitrate. But since I'm not a partner and a big conglomerate Twitch streamer making them tons of money, and I am a little guy that's getting shit on by corporations like, you know, the Bezos runs, there's just poop all over my head. I cannot offer you the option that you would like in the transcode. Hello, welcome, Draymar Mark 1 to the family. You're watching Around the Verse here with the games. Thank you. Welcome to the family. So we're watching this video, and I did this video a long time ago, and we're talking about exploration. And exploration in Star Citizen was supposed to be this wondrous thing. We were supposed to be able to go anywhere that we wanted. That space contained so much space to it, and you know, it's called space. Why wouldn't it? But to create that, to have that as a feature within the game, that takes a lot of space up. It takes a lot of resources to do. And we are promised that. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is fact or fiction right now, but it sounds to me like the space is in between. The space between. Sorry, I hate that song every time I say that. Thank you, lady, for the subscription. We got the break just to make it today. I said we pray. Oh yeah, we pray. Fingers are out of control, girl. Watch out, lady. Watch out. Watch out. Thank you so much. I'm going to be nude and interrupt DG. Yes. Welcome to the stream, lady. We're so happy to have you here. And thank you for the subscription as well. You'll be able to go anywhere planet-side, but only to known points in space. And Damon, this is what I'm talking about exactly. All the space in between. The space between. That particular Dave Matthews song, I think that's Dave Matthews. I can't stand it, but that's what I think of every time. Every time I say that space between. But anyway, those spaces in between might be gone. And that's a big deal for people in exploration, because in this video, the research that I had done stated that 60% of the people that signed up to play Star Citizen, the reason why they pledged their money, had exactly to do with ding, 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 exploration. And that is why I'm talking about it. So exploration was a very big feature. That was the draw for a lot of the pledgers behind Star Citizen. And this concept sold was to have this large kind of sandbox. Huge, actually, not large. Large is an understatement. It was supposed to be you could kind of go wherever you wanted to go. And there's a lot of things to be discussed with exploration. You know, exactly what it's going to contain. Is it going to have like spawn points that you're going to be able to go to on your missions? Are things going to spawn around you? Will there be like an interplanetary warp that you can use? Well, there is. We know that. That's the quantum drive. But will there be like another kind of roaming feature where you're roaming around like Elite Dangerous? And a lot of people are saying, well, that's kind of like Elite Dangerous is more true than Star Citizen. And I'm not quite sure I want to even get into that argument when it comes into like physics and the science of space, right? But in terms of exploration, this could be like a nerf. Like what's happening right now could kind of be like a nerf, like what Damon's saying. Like Damon's saying, all we can do right now with exploration is just basically jump and go from one point to another point. But the space in between the two, we're not able to kind of like inhabit or co-inhabitate or whatever the goddamn English word that I needed to use there was. But that's a kind of a big deal. right? Even in Eve, which was a game that you could kind of warp into like multiple points from different planets and moons, had like spaces between where you could warp and stop the warp. And so what would end up happening is you would have a lot of stations and you would have a lot of resources in areas that you would think were hidden, like in deep space, in space that was hidden, right? Like your assets, your money, like everything that you have that you took the time to collect, the wealth, the commonwealth, whatever it was, whether it was your own, whether it was your corporations, whatever it was, you had like a little hidey hole place, right? Well, this might be the reason why you're not going to have that in the game. And this might be a reason why they're doing it, is because they want it to be more compatible with their system of like AI, their NPC characters. You know, like them wanting to have the importance onto the NPC characters rather than the kind of player characters, because they think that the economy is going to be more controlled in an NPC type of environment or format. So then the exploration that is, you know, basically in contrast would want to kind of focus on mechanics that would let the NPCs have a little bit more control than the player base. So you know, exploration, this particular portion of exploration, whether we're able to actually explore space everywhere or just go from point to point, is a very good discussion. I'd like to hear all the comments down below if you're watching the video right now, because